Let's get right into it. Today is Tuesday, August 6, 2013. Honky Kong here coming at you, and I want to get to it real quick. I want to talk about this bus fight video you guys have seen probably floating around on the internet. What happens is three black kids beat the shit out of this white kid. They're three 15-year-old boys, and they beat up this little white boy, right? Apparently they had some beef at school to the extent of like the white kid supposedly reported a couple of the black kids, or one of the black kids had tried to sell him drugs, right? So these three 15-year-old boys beat the shit out of this white kid. They worked him over real good. Now the whole I guess the whole controversy about the story is the bus driver, who was a 65-year-old man, did not physically intervene in the fight, okay? And you know, and the police really threw the guy under the bus, which kind of bothered me. You know, they actually decided they were going to charge him with child negligence or some shit like that. That really kind of disturbed me. I wasn't super with that because, number one, he's a 65-year-old man. All right, he immediately pulled over. He did what his company told him to. He pulled over. He radioed the shit in. Did he physically jump into it? No, he didn't. Yeah, I got, you know, I see both sides of the story. I understand that a potentially deadly assault was taking place because they were shit stomping this boy. These little fucking imbeciles. 3-on-1, you're real fucking tough. If you gotta go 3-on-1, you're a fucking pussy, number one. All right, but anyways, they were beating the shit out of this kid. Bus driver, he does his part. He pulls over. He radios it in. However, he does not jump up and physically try to pull these three boys off the other boy, okay? So the police were considering child endangerment charges, child negligence, which I don't agree with, because at what point do we want bus drivers to be disciplining our children? I'm not super with that. I kind of think that if the kid fucks up, you gotta call the authorities. The parents have to be notified. If he breaks the law, the police have to be notified. That type of shit. And he did that. Now, in the event of a very serious assault like what was taking place on this bus that was captured on film, I think maybe he should have probably tried it, because luckily the white kid was okay with nothing more than a broken arm, but it could have just as easily been a fractured skull, a crushed sternum. It could have been a broken neck. It could have been a life-threatening injury, because they rat-packed the fuck out of him. So I tend to see both sides of the story here, but I'm going to lean on the side of I don't really want the bus driver being involved in disciplining my child. That's where I'm at with that right now. Now, if the child attacks him or something like that, obviously it's a different story. You know, I'll tell you what, these three little pieces of shit are lucky the fucking Cleveland bus driver wasn't driving that bus, or they would have been three unconscious ass little pussies who got knocked the fuck out. Because that's what those little fucking animals deserve, little bitches. It takes three of you to beat up look, there's a big difference in the male body between 13 and 15 years of age. Big difference. And it was three 15-year-olds working on this one little pussy kid. So you guys are some little faggots for that shit. That's garbage. And, you'll probably get locked up, go to jail, begin your life as fucking criminals. Or hopefully what you do is you realize, I did some dumb shit, I fucked up, and you'll straighten your shit out. That's what I hope happens. But we'll see. That's what I hope for you, you little motherfuckers. And that you had got Cleveland bus driver uppercuts. But luckily you weren't on the Cleveland bus driver's route, because you would have got fucked up. Second thing I want to talk about, this crazy motherfucker out in Pennsylvania shot up a monthly meeting in Ross Township, Pennsylvania, some shit like that. Long story short here, we can give you what happened. This guy had been in a court battle with his local government for like 18 years. Basically, he's an old dude living on like Social Security or fixed income. Doesn't have any money to clean his shit up. They're like, your property's fucked up. It's tons of garbage on it. You need to clean up. Long story short, they evict him. He fights in court. He's homeless, basically living in like a fucking old car or something. Gets fed up, loses his mind, goes to the courthouse, shoots and kills three people. One of them was a township official. Two were like completely innocent people who were just there, which bothers me. Hey, local governments, man, you push people, you wrong them. This is the type of shit that happens. Motherfuckers go crazy. They start shooting up your town meetings. We've seen it time and time again. So, prayers out to the innocent victim. And I understand the dude's rage, but we got to find better ways to go about it than shooting up our town meetings. Second part of this video, I want to talk about the bias that race plays in how the media reports a crime, how a story is pushed in this country. And it's plainly obvious. You want the media to push a story to the forefront of any newspaper, of whatever the fuck you got. All it has to do is be a some type of race crime, preferably white on black race crime. Because I'm going to talk about two very heinous, very despicable crimes that was black on white that just occurred here in Michigan that hasn't got any type of pub. All right? We're all on the heels of the Trayvon case. We all remember the media coverage, the emotional, involvement this entire country was, how it split down the middle for the most part. Pretty crazy shit. So, a lot of us are emotionally stressed out. We're worn out. We're worn down from this Trayvon shit. And, I really, that trial really got me to thinking of how do we push stories, and what stories are the ones that get out there to a national audience. I'm not talking to a local audience. Like, I live in the Metro Detroit area, right? And I'm going to tell you about two disgusting, despicable crimes that happened here in the aptly named Murder fucking Mitten. I'll tell you what, here in Michigan, I don't know what's going on lately, but we got some truly heartless, cold motherfuckers in this state, because it's getting bad here. All right, I talked in one of my previous videos, don't know if you see it, the dollar store murders. Black dude walks in dollar store, shoots and kills the white clerk, kidnaps the chick that was working with him, another clerk. They find her body 2 days later, bullet in that fucking head. She's dead. Probably she was raped and sexually assaulted. They haven't released that. Black dude gets busted for that. Will he be charged with hate crime? I highly doubt it. Second one, this is one of the top 2 or 3 most heinous, despicable crimes I have ever heard in my life. This is just absolutely got this. And the murder, torture, crime, the 3 people did to the couple in Tennessee are right there with each other. In a little northern Detroit suburb called Clinton Township, Michigan. This animal, his name is Jay Miller, I believe, J.T. Miller. He fucking breaks into the home of, or was invited into the home of, a woman named Tina Geiger. She's a 46-year-old mentally handicapped woman who lives with her 11-year-old daughter, Chrissy, who is also mentally handicapped. Now, both the mother and daughter, were both mentally handicapped. They had like a caregiver that would come by and look out for them, help them out and shit. This disgusting animal motherfucking spawn of Satan broke in there and murdered both of those. Murdered the mother and the daughter. The 11-year-old little girl, very beautiful, cute little girl. He cut their throats with box cutters. Okay? Let me say it again. He slit their throats with box cutters. Like I said, this is one of the most brutal, most heinous, disgusting, despicable crimes you can imagine. Both the victims were white, dude was black. I have not heard one fucking peep about a hate crime. Now let's flip that shit around. Would it be a hate crime? Of course it'd be a hate crime. So, in closing on this particular story, fuck hate crimes. A crime is a crime. Let's be equally upset over the death of anybody. Let's be fucking pissed off over the death of any innocent person, not just one that's going to make a good story. Why does the media, why does the government push these fucking hate crimes and the Trayvon stories to the forefront? Because people tune in, people buy their papers, people click on their websites, people watch their news broadcasts for ratings, flat out. That's it. You can't tell me anything that happened in the Trayvon trial was a small percentage point of the despicable actions that this guy did in Clinton Township by cutting the throats of 2 mentally handicapped, 1 woman and 1 child. I mean, if you got a worse crime on deck, hit me up, let me know, because that's what I'm coming at you with. You fucking murder 2 mentally handicapped people, you're a scumbag. 1 adult, 1 child just puts you in a whole new pantheon of being a sack of shit. God, fucking absolutely disgusting, man. So that's it there. Look, let's give a shit about everybody who dies. Stop letting the media dictate to you who you get pissed off about, okay? Don't start banging the drum. Like, don't start being a fucking hashtag activist like all you faggots running around last year with the Coney 2012 bracelets. None of you motherfuckers, I love when I used to catch you pieces of shit wearing Coney bracelets. I'll ask you, hey, who's Coney? Where's he from? Oh, I don't know. I just, got this at the mall. My girl got me wearing this. Don't be a hashtag activist. If you're going to represent something, learn about it. Educate people about it. Don't be a piece of shit that doesn't know what you're talking about. Like this Trayvon shit. You know how many wannabe Trayvon motherfuckers I listened to bang the drum for the past 2 years? I haven't heard one peep of them since the trial ended. Because they're hashtag activists. They're pieces of shit like that. So you guys shut the fuck up. Let's be equally upset over everybody's death, okay? Moving on. Florida finally got something right. So round of applause for Florida. And by finally got something right, they fried some cocksucker 35 years ago when he committed his crime, though. So Florida finally did a good job. They fried this piece of shit, John Ferguson, who's now hopefully spending eternity in hell with Satan's fire and brimstone cock up his fucking ass. I'll tell you what this guy did. He murdered 6 people in a drug house raid gone wrong. Like, they were robbing some drug dealers, and they killed 6 people there. Which, you know, that's fucked up, but hey, you know, you live that life, that's what happens. His most heinous crime, though, he rolled up on 2 17-year-old kids parked at a lover's lane, murdered both of them. But before he murdered the girl, he raped her, then killed her. So he has a total of 8 bodies. He did the crime in 77, 78. They finally just fried him for it. There was a little controversy because his piece of shit liberal faggot lawyer was arguing he was mentally handicapped. So fucking what? They said he couldn't understand the you know, what the death penalty meant for him. So fucking what? I'm so happy that they fried this motherfucker. They didn't fry him. They gave him lethal injection, which I have a big problem with. I would much rather, if they're going to inject him with something, inject his ass with like molten lead or some shit like that. You know, something that gives him an agonizing, painful death. I hate how we just put these motherfuckers to sleep when they make people die these god-awful, horrible deaths, and we just do them like that, you know. 35 years in death row, some garbage, but, you know, hey, at least they finally got rid of some piece of shit. So, props to you, Florida, for getting one less animal out of society. This video already went too long. I came rapid fire. Sorry about all these different topics. It's just some shit that was floating around in my head today. That's all I have. Everybody be safe. Watch each other's back out there, man. And I'm gone. Peace.